Hi, it's me, and that's him. And we're the Sci-Fi Scholars.
And we're talking X-Men Apocalypse. As always, to stay spoiler free, click on the box that is about to pop up. There it is! Click it if you want to stay spoiler free. Too late, it's gone.
So that's a link to the En Saboneur viral trailer, which I thought was done really well because it doesn't have spoilers in it.
Mm-hmm.
It gives a bit of hype, gives a tiny bit of background about En Saboneur, like Apocalypse,
Yeah.
and sets up for the movie really well. It's kind of like a pre-call to the movie, like a mini one.
It's a teaser without actually showing any footage and without actually revealing anything, which I like in viral marketing campaigns.
So I thought that was done really well. And I enjoyed this as a movie overall. There was obviously some problems with it, but
This is where we disagree.
yeah.
I honestly thought it was a terrible movie. And by terrible, I don't mean terribly made. Like, it was well made, but I like watching movies and I'm usually like engrossed, but this movie I just found myself like looking around just going, oh, what's going on over there? What's going on? Oh yeah. Oh, the movie. Oh yeah.
So anyway, during him just being distracted, I watched the movie, and the first scene is set in Egypt, which I thought was done really well. It follows in from that viral trailer where it's just the Egyptians have a couple of hand signals and like betray En Saboneur, and that's how he gets trapped, which answers the question from the viral trailer of how was he disappeared for thousands of years. From there, they go into the rest of it, and I liked overall Quicksilver, but obviously his speed was very variable in that scene where they're rescuing everyone from the house, like Xavier's mansion, the school for special kids. I liked how he scooped the goldfish, and like the guy comes out holding like a top of a bottle thing. There's goldfish, and like what the hell just happened? But I didn't like how Quicksilver's speed jumped around so much in that one scene, because it was effectively his speed matched whatever they thought would look like a cool shot, and that would tie in exactly with just after the young kids had broken out, gone to the movie, and made the joke about the third one is the worst. Like Star Wars.
The First Class trilogy. This is the third one. The third one's the worst.
Yep, you did say that. So overall, that was a pretty good joke in my opinion, because although it does kind of set themselves up as being the butt of their own joke, which I'm not sure they were intending on doing. I think it was meant to be a jab at the other X-Men trilogy, but whatever. Also, Wolverine scene was pretty good. Like, even you agree? Yeah,
I agree with that. Hold on, this is the one part that I enjoyed. when Wolverine showed up, his brutality was good. He came in and just like killing people. It was awesome.
So, like Jean Grey's like, some of him's been taken. He's and like, are you sure that's a person? He's just like a wild animal. I didn't like his headband.
I agree with that too.
His headband looked like it's Wolverine, the cyborg. Wait, he's not a cyborg. Who cast this? Whose prop was this?
I like that was the one saving grace for me in this movie. Maybe not the one, but the most enjoyable part.
The joke plus Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wolverine.
So
Wolverine was the
it should have
best
been
part.
a 7-minute movie.
Yes.
Wolverine owning people and making a joke about the third one.
Yes.
But the joke wouldn't work then, because it wouldn't have been this wouldn't be Anyway, at the end of that scene, Jean Grey gives Wolverine back some of his memories that she can easily access, which sets up for the non-now continuity X-Men 1 and X-Men 2 of Wolverine having affection for Jean Grey, presumably because when he was in that really dark place, she was kind to him and helped him, and he's going to have memories of that. So that works really reasonably well. Towards the end of the movie, it seemed like Apocalypse just had whatever power he kind of needed to beat whoever he was fighting, which I had a problem with. So Quicksilver, way faster than him, doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden Apocalypse stops him dead and he traps his foot in the ground. Doesn't make sense. Xavier is fighting into his mind, gets into his mind, starts fighting, and then all of a sudden Apocalypse is better at mind control than Xavier was, even though he was saying Xavier has the way more power than he does. Fair enough. So that happened. Then they've got Jean Grey tapping into the Phoenix Force, which I think was done better than in the previous trilogy, but I still don't think it was done that well. They could have had a reaction to getting owned, and she just unleashes, out of desperation, the Phoenix Force, as opposed to seemingly controlling it, which I wasn't convinced she should be able to control it. Just like I wasn't convinced that, I guess, Spider-Man was able to take down people. She seems like she should be less experienced than that. But overall, as a whole, I enjoyed the experience of seeing this. I guess the problem is, if you go in thinking this is going to be the best movie ever or just overly hyped, you're going to end up bitter and twisted like him. And you're going to... Don't bring a book to the movies. That's terrible. Like, if you bring a book to the movie, that would be worse than just being bored.
That's a
Don't
terrible
do that.
idea. Don't ever do
Don't
that.
look at your phone. It ruins it for other people.
You should never do that.
If you're bored, suck it up and get to the end.
Like I did.
So, I enjoyed it. He didn't.
I did not.
Hopefully, the rest of the trilogy, or the next... The thing is, they make another trilogy. It's going to be the third trilogy, which lies into their own joke of the third one's the worst, which is a terrible way to set up for the next trilogy. Anyway, I enjoyed it. Next in the X-Men universe should be the Wolverine movie.
I believe so.
Which, it's Wolverine, so it's going to be amazing. And also going to be terrible because it's like the end of Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine's going to be gone.
Hugh Jackman.
So, that's basically my thoughts on this. If you want to see...
A very tangential
view on us talking about everything kind of loosely based around X-Men Apocalypse, you can watch our full discussion. He doesn't just kind of sit there bored and look at the wall. But that was what he was doing during the movie. I was watching the movie, so I know what happened. He knows what happened, but just didn't buy into it.
I don't really care what happened.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit bitter from it. I don't know why I'm so bitter on it.
But yeah.
That's how I felt about it.
So yeah. Go in expecting a bit of fun, a bunch of continuity errors, and hey, they had time travel in the last one. They're allowed continuity errors. Maybe they were just having time travel throughout this movie that you couldn't see behind the scenes. Anyway.
So he thought it was an okay, decent-ish movie.
Fun.
I thought it was terrible.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.